Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. For those of you tuning in, hello, good evening, how are you? Let me know how you're doing. I've got some Most Won't I Will pride going on. I got a new haircut. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and let me know. If you don't like it, then just maybe not say anything. But hope everyone's doing great and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a bunch of questions, starting with Miss Patricia Lynn Burgess. And if anyone has any questions that are joining me, then by all means, let me know. What's up, Wayne, Melinda? What's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, pop them in, let me know. I'm going to start with Patricia's question. Patricia says, I'm looking to build out a membership site and wondering if you have any experience in that area. I'm doing one right now, so it turns out I do. What's up, Flora? How are you? Most specifically, I need to be able to have a funnel with a lead magnet driving to membership and or other products and services, which includes digital training, which needs to be on a learning management system. I have ClickFunnels, but I haven't really started seriously using it. I'm looking at various training platforms. Any thoughts on platforms and hosts? Okay, so I'm going through this right now, actually. There are lots of ways to build the type of LMS you're talking about, learning management system. I would do one of two things. If you want it to be a little more custom, then I would do maybe a WordPress integration. There's an integration called Sensei, which only handles learning management systems. If you can find a firm that operates out of India or the Philippines that has a decent reputation, putting together an entire site is going to cost you maybe $4,000 to $5,000. Okay. However, ClickFunnels will actually do everything you want it to do. It will be a sales page with an opt-in and an upsell page, and you can sell them a membership, and then you can give them a login link, and they can go to the login and make a password and get into the back end, and you can make that look however you want. That depends on how talented your ClickFunnels designer is. So you can actually do all of those functions on ClickFunnels, believe it or not. So, between those two things, the ClickFunnels is probably going to be a little cheaper, but then again, I've seen ClickFunnels designers and developers charge a lot. So that's really going to be up to you, but I would start there in one of those two places. Now, if you're really savvy, or if you have a nerdy cousin who lives in a basement somewhere that will help you out, then you can probably get into ClickFunnels yourself or have him or her do it. And it may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but it will function. So something to think about. And it looks like Flora has a contact for you too. Fabulous, fast, and very affordable. So look at that. Who can beat it? Hopefully that helps you. Hey, Gabs, what's going on? Could you talk a bit about my question from last time? Gabs, I would love to talk a bit about your question from last time, but I actually drink a lot of beer and wine and really anything that's alcoholic, so I forget. I have a terrible memory. Yeah, so if any of you want me to revisit prior questions or refer back, like I can't even refer back to what I ate for dinner and I just had it. So if you could please copy and paste that into the chat here or in when you ping me for these live sessions, then I'm happy to get to them. Brandon, what's up? Thank you for the haircut compliment. Yeah, man. Yeah, the haircut is fresh today. If you like it, please let me know. If you don't like it, please don't say anything. You'll hurt my feelings. Thank you. Joel, what's going on? Aiden, what's up? Edwin, thanks for joining, man. What's going on? Michelle Adams, going to see you in half an hour. Very cool. Ari, what's up? How you doing? All right, let's go on to Mr. Brandon Fant. And if you all have questions, now's the time. Peter, I'm planning on rebranding my website from Phantom Throw to Phantom USA, primarily because I don't think Phantom Throw is a great product name that tells the consumer what the product actually does. Sounds to me like you would throw a ghost, right? Like Phantom Throw. So it's Halloween, so maybe. What is your opinion on the potential name change? What do you think when you hear the name Phantom Throw? I already shared that with you. Exactly what I think of Phantom Throw. For those of you who are afraid of the dark and have phantoms living in your house, perhaps this is the perfect thing to throw them the fuck out. Aside from that, I think probably Phantom USA is better. Even so, Phantom, that doesn't mean anything to me as a brand name. I'm not sure. So perhaps if you have Phantom USA and a little explainer line that explains what it is you're selling, that would really help me. Definitely not the Phantom Throw. Unless you want to come back at me and be like, Peter, a Phantom Throw is like a throwing technique, or it's like a baseball, or it's something that makes sense. Maybe I just don't know it, so that's on me. Okay, Ahmad, what are some effective marketing strategies for a carpet cleaning company? Ahmad, Somebody just asked this. If it wasn't you, somebody else. So carpet cleaning happens in the home. Nobody is sitting around thinking, man, my life would be a lot better if I had an expert carpet cleaner come. However, I'll tell you a story that I've told before. My lawn, so I move into houses and I flip them and then I move again, and that way they increase in value and I sell them. And that's business number 1800 that I manage because I'm masochistic. This room behind me used to be shit brown, and you couldn't even walk on this floor. And the yard was also neglected. So I renovated the house last year, built the kitchen myself, by the way. Thank you very much. And the yard was sort of the last thing. We did landscaping this summer. And earlier in the spring, I get a knock on the door from True Green, and they're like, hey, I noticed your lawn looks like shit. They didn't use those words. Those words are mine. Would you like us to do 7 treatments, and it's $300 and it's whatever? Great. And what do you think my answer was? Yeah, that would be awesome. Ask me if I would have gone and sought out that service on my own. 100% no. I'm doing 18 million things, and there's zero chance that I would have taken the time go to Google and find yada yada, okay? If someone showed up in my house and were like, hey, I noticed you have a dog. He's digging a hole in the neighbor's yard, so you may want to control that. And also, I bet your carpets are dirty because most people with pets have dirty carpets. We're right here with the truck. Would you like us to clean them for you? It's going to be $75, and they come out. Here's a dirty carpet. Here's a clean carpet sample. You can see the difference. I'll go, hell yeah, come clean my carpets. Awesome. So long story short, Ahmad, I would literally go sell this door to door. I would put door hangers on doorknobs. I would slide things under front doors. I would go, boots on the ground approach for this. Better than any digital thing that you're going to find. Hopefully that helps. What's up, Mr. AkaShawnThomas? How you doing? See Sean joined. All right, let's go on to Kevin. And if you all have questions, now's the time. Okay, let's go on to Kevin. What offline marketing strategies can work for beauty salons? Kevin, the exact same thing that I was talking about. Now, you probably don't want to knock on the door and be like, hey, I noticed you're not beautiful. You should come to my beauty salon. I would not recommend that messaging. But you can knock on doors and have conversations about, hey, we just opened this beauty salon. I have a $20 off coupon. I wanted to give it to you. I know it's so tough for people to switch salons because you feel like you're really attached. But my salon is full of people I consider my family. We want to take really great care of you, and I would love if you gave us a shot. And leave it at that. So yeah, I mean, I think your going offline is really smart. A lot of people would be tempted to do the big, flags that hang outside the door and let people know you're there. I think that's going to be really effective if you are in grand opening mode and you can take advantage of an event. Speaking of which, I highly recommend that you have weekly, or if you don't like weekly, do a once a month on a Wednesday, wine and appetizers, close the salon, don't take any appointments, but just open it for an open house and invite women in the community in for appetizers and a little wine, and maybe have a little, 15-minute talk about, what's trending in makeup and what's trending in hair, and have little kind of talks. And that might start small with 2 people, but over time you might find that 20 women get together and a group of friends use it as an excuse to see each other and get free wine, and that's how you're going to build relationships in the community. What you sell in the carpet cleaning, those are geolocation businesses. They're highly focused in kind of grassroots efforts. Whereas something like, you all seeing me here, this is scalable. I could be talking to somebody in Hungary like my boy Gabor. So, that's why I would go with a boots on the ground kind of approach for that. All right, let's go to Austin Lawson. What's going on, Austin Lawson? What a great name that is. I have a shitty name. I should change it. I watched a replay of your authority masterclass and have decided to start working towards getting published. Awesome, dude. You mentioned posting on sites like Quora and Medium in a specific format. Yes. I feel like this is slightly blasting content and hoping to get lucky. Is this the best path for a current unknown, or is there a more deliberate path I could take to accomplish this? Yes, there is, Austin. So the most deliberate path and the fastest is going to be either joining an organization like YEC. If you're $1 million business, great, problem solved. And if you're not, you could certainly pitch articles to editors directly, but they are incredibly picky. So it really is, you're going to launch, I don't know, 400 articles out probably before one gets picked up. I mean, you have to be writing all the time. The reason why I like Quora and Medium, think of Quora, just take Quora for a moment, okay? And Austin, I don't know what you sell, but let's say you sell, online courses just because it's easy, okay? Somebody in Quora asks, how do I do X? And you have an online course that teaches that. Well, you would set that into Quora that when this question's asked, this is my expertise, let me know. And Quora would email you and be like, hey, can you answer this question? You're going to be like, hell yeah, I can. And you can now write a whole article with the headline technique and everything else I taught you in the masterclass. And not only are you developing content that has the probability or a probability of getting picked up, but guess what? You're also direct selling to the person that asked the question and everyone else who has the same question in their mind. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. Like, you can sit in your underwear and write content and send it to the editor of Forbes, or you can sit in your underwear and write content and sell it to people who are looking to answer the question that you have the answer to. That's a sales opportunity, and the content becomes icing on the cake. Does that make sense? So I hate to waste time. If you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you should. Don't take that literally, of course. What's up to everybody who's just joined? Justin Curatola, man. Holy crap, Justin's here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Edwin, I also am ready to drink some wine, but that is not surprising. I'm usually in that role. Nicole, what's up? Thanks for joining. If you all have any questions, please put them in. Let's go to Mr. John Riera. John, I'm beginning to offer a new service at an initial $40 loss with a calculated estimate of making much more profit in the future. In my business, I'm accustomed to upfront profit, but in this new pricing strategy, any advice on what I should watch out for? Yes, my advice is try not to do that. There is something called a J-curve in sales, or in business in general, really, which is that you're going to lose money on a customer up until some break-even point, and then you're going to make money on them. A lot of idiots, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant entrepreneurs. No, I meant idiots. Think they can launch a business and lose revenue and lose revenue and lose revenue. And they're like, yeah, but when I get to 1 million customers, then I'm going to be rich. And it's like, you're not going to be rich, you're going to be broke. You're going to be a broke-ass idiot because you did not gauge how difficult it would be to convert a customer that you're starting at a loss into profit later. I'm not saying that this is the case with you, Jonathan. I'm saying in general, this is what I see. So I would really strongly caution you against that. I would love to know much more about what you're trying to do, because I bet between you and I, we could figure out a way for you to break even on that customer acquisition and then be immediately profitable. In fact, just today, I was doing a profit model for a new SaaS platform I'm putting together because we were trying to figure out the exact same thing. And what we decided is that we are willing to break even on the very first offer that we give people because the customer is paying for the customer's own acquisition cost. That is smart. Losing money right away, I would hate to see you do that. So I want to see you go back to the drawing board, Jonathan, and see if you can get to a break even, because I bet you can if you just think through it hard enough. Okay? All right, Lilas. Hi, Peter. I'm due to launch an online business within the next 4 weeks. Awesome. The website provides design services by connecting clients to designers and vice versa. What are the most effective marketing tools for a low budget? I've already created business accounts on social media. Should I be building on these from now? Thank you. Lilas, again, if I were doing this from scratch, I would set up your social media profiles. That's all great. And then I would focus 100% of my effort on affiliate sales. And not by that, I don't mean like hire affiliates that split the commission with you. That's a term that came later. What I mean is groups of people that you can go sell into, like a chamber of commerce or a Rotary clubs or anywhere where business people meet. Go make one presentation and get 10 clients. Go out to, we have in our local chamber a business after hours where 300 business owners will come together and have wine and appetizers. So walk around and sell your service. Boots on the ground, sell one-to-one. I'll tell you why I would recommend that. The first is you could spend a lot of money in advertising, testing messaging, okay? The good news is once you get the messaging right, it's off to the races. The bad news is if you're a startup, you can't afford to go into a deficit into an unknown amount of time because you only have so much money. But it's free to go have one-on-one sales conversations. And furthermore, you will learn from every conversation you have. You will learn from every prospect you talk to. because they will give you live feedback on what you're saying. They might say, I don't understand what you're selling, or what's in it for me, or I'm sorry, could you clarify your process again? I don't get it. All those pieces of feedback are ways you can go back and refine the product, refine the pitch, refine how you're marketing it. So I really want to see startups go and hit the ground running, literally boots on the ground effort. Even for something like this, Lilas. Now, maybe you have $500,000 that you've sold a prior home of yours, and you're sitting on a bunch of cash, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to do all that. I'm just going to spend on Facebook ads. You know what? Great. But if you're bootstrapping and you're cash conscious, get into those affiliate groups. Okay. What's up, Revy? Everyone's hanging out with me tonight. I love it. This is great. All right, let's go to Aiden. And as a reminder, if you have questions, pop them in. Aiden, hey man, hope you're awesome. Aiden, I feel awesome, dude. Thank you for sharing that. I'm making progress in all areas and finding new challenges quickly. Looking for good inventory management to suit my business, drop shipping from many locations to many more locations. And I want to control the products everywhere easily. All right, so you want to control your product flows on eBay, Google Shopping, Amazon, all your channels. Okay, that's called, all right, so you're controlling channels. If you have suggestions or things to be aware of, that would be great. We want to be able to do kitting of products too. Kitting, K-I-T-T-I-N-G. Okay, so there are companies that just specialize in channel management. I used to know like 2 or 3 of them. One of them has like a dinosaur logo. That wasn't very helpful. But it's one of the faster growing channel management platforms there are. And basically you upload your inventory to them. They take care of all the channel distribution and can weave things together on behalf of you. It's kind of like having an agent in the middle. So if you look for channel, Google right now, channel management, inventory, let's see what comes up. Sellbrite, Stitch Labs, not Shopify. Yeah, I mean there's a ton of them. Skubana, that's it. Skubana is the one that I was thinking of. I'm going to pop this into here. Skubana is also owned by an EO member, fellow Entrepreneurs Organization member, so that's cool. But this is exactly what Skubana does. The operating system of commerce powers orders, inventory, and BI for the world's top high-volume brands and retailers. So depending on how much volume you're doing, this or a similar service might be exactly right for you. That was easy. Okay. Hopefully that helps, Aiden. All right, let's go to Edwin. Edwin, what do you recommend I can do to stay hungry to achieve more and more over the long term? What's a key ingredient to stay hungry to achieve bigger and bigger goals after reaching goals that I set for myself? Ooh, Edwin, deep, man. I like it. What a great question. You know, Edwin, that's a really personal thing you've asked. I'd be interested to know, with regards to your original goals, why were you so passionate or hungry, as you put it, for the goals you've already achieved? You might say a couple of things like, I wanted to be a millionaire or whatever, but probably you're going to say things like, I wanted to be able to provide for my family. I wanted to be able to have more free time or more travel or more whatever, okay? There are friends, colleagues of mine who are entrepreneurs who, have built nice-sized companies, 2 to 5 million, 6 million, not $25 million companies. They take home between $500,000 and $1 million a year, and guess what? They have zero interest in growing, zero. Every year, their goals are: how do I work less and less hours in the day? How do I travel for longer than 7 days at a time, maybe 21 days or even 8 weeks, and not have to do daily management? How do I take the income that I'm getting and put them in the best retirement assets? And so they're still accomplishing very real and very sort of emotional and even lifestyle goals, but they're not the traditional goals that we all think of as being this, grow to 100 million and sell and buy the yacht. Like, there is life after that. And in fact, what I find is a lot of entrepreneurs, Edwin, start out thinking they need to cash out for $20 million. And they find that, someone comes along, offers them $5 million, and they lead a really comfortable lifestyle, and they don't give two shits about anything else. So you kind of reach this place where, oh, all right, once I've gotten the money, it's not about the money anymore. But you haven't told me what your original goals were. Maybe it's not money, maybe it's something else. But I would encourage you to ask yourself, what could be even better? And what's the real reason you even started on this path and got hungry in the first place? I'd be interested in knowing the answers to those things. And then how do you maximize life? So good question though. I like the thinking. Dr. Dodge, what's up? Everyone joined me tonight. This is great. Sadly I have no questions in this chat. Everyone hung out to watch me answer other questions. But if anyone has any questions, let me know. 7:22. I got 5 more minutes. Yeah, so I'm just reading Edwin's comment. I'd say initially I made some of my income goals for a lot of reasons. Travel, free time. Yeah, exactly. So how do you do more travel and more free time? Those are pretty great goals. I was just reading about, what's his name, the founder of Tom's Shoes. I don't remember his name. But anyway, he will go 3-4 months at a time, not even check in. And then he comes, actually, he was saying it's a problem because then he comes back into the culture and things have gone by and he's lost and he feels like he needs to reprove himself. That's what the article was about. And I was reading there thinking, prove yourself. You already did like that, but tough to shake that mindset, right? You bootstrap this from the ground up and it's like, oh, I've got to do something. That I don't know how many of you ever feel that guilt of, I'm not being productive right now. Shouldn't I be doing something? Shouldn't I be doing something? The answer is not always yes. Sometimes it's no, chill the fuck out. And part of it's we just got to forgive ourselves and let ourselves have downtime. All right, gosh, no more questions. So we can talk about my haircut some more, but unless there's nothing else, then I'll probably just start to wind down here and sign off. What's up, Cindy? Thanks for joining. Hopefully you can catch the replay. And yeah, that's all I got, folks. If there's nothing else, then I'll kind of wind it down. Maybe give it 1 more minute. Dar, thanks for the thumbs up. Is that a thumbs up? Yep, cool. Cool, all right. Yeah, Aiden, yep, we must all be chilled out. That is it. All right, peeps, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll catch you in a couple weeks here. I'm going to be, be here in a couple weeks. Tune back in. As always, ping me, put an at Peter if you have a question for me. And hopefully some of this helped. All right, all. Peace. Have a great night. Work hard. Let me know how I can help.